Welcome to the Emme Factor Live, a space where art of movement meets wisdom of the heart. My name is Em, and I am here this year with little online teachings to help you take your yoga practice to the next level. And no, I do not mean more funky poses and contortionist exercises on the mat. I mean a true personal yoga experience that has the power to take your life off the mat to a completely different level. So, we started yesterday with my first live stream, and because these are live streams and not after edited videos, there are things that can go not right. So somehow yesterday, I think it cut off some of the beginning. My whole beautiful New Year's, Happy New Year's greetings got cut off. This will happen, and that's okay. Today I have 2 cameras, not just one, so I feel like I'm already better equipped, and I hope that I can invite you to join me regularly. Ultimately, I would like these teachings to become a conversation with you, and I have a vision that this will happen this year. So, this brings me to today's topic. But before I start with today's teaching, I would like to address 2 more things. Number 1 is that these teachings are for people who are interested in a deeper dialogue. So if this year you are a little bit more serious about diving deeper, what I want to offer is not just the 5 best ways how to do yoga. What I want to offer is a deeper dialogue with yourself. And there will be things that mostly what I want to give to you is a different perspective. I want you to start looking at things from a different angle. And I think in our regular yoga practice, there's often not the time to address these things. So if you could open your mind to not immediately judge from the beginning. This brings me to my second thing. So we are in a culture where we're constantly judging. And most of us don't even feel it. We have no awareness of it, that within a split of a second, we have been conditioned to judge. Thumbs up, thumbs down, right? And even right now here on Facebook, there's this immediate yay or oh, don't like it, push away. So we have this, we are trained to immediately respond with judgment. But this is exactly one of the things that we teach in yoga to let go of. This is one of the things how we can learn to have more peace of mind within us. Yeah, many people come to yoga class and they want less stress and more peace within themselves. But I promise you, doing down dogs and warrior 3s on a mat is not the only way how to get there. There is much more behind it. And so today, I would like to invite you to close your eyes for just a moment before I start with my teaching. Take a deep breath in and take a moment and see if you can allow yourself to receive what my words can hopefully touch some place in your heart today without an immediate reaction, without an immediate place of good or bad, happy or sad, right or wrong, but to keep an open space in your heart. I believe that my words will reach the people who are ready and open to receive them. So this is how I always want to start. This is really important to me. Okay, so today's topic of the day is, what is the difference between yoga as exercise and yoga as a practice? Or I would call it a mind, body, spirit practice. So if you look at mainstream yoga and everything that we read and hear about it and see about it online, in magazines, in videos, 99% of what we see is yoga postures. And when you go into a yoga class, the first thing you do is you go to your mat and you start exercising your body on the mat. This is what we are taught, and I believe it is a good place to start, because we, in our culture, we have a relationship to our body, somewhat. We either don't like it, or we like it, or we have a difficulty with our body, but we have somewhat of a connection with our body. So doing physical exercises is something that we're used to. Yeah, we do fitness, we do other classes. So going to a yoga class and being required to move your body is something that a lot of people can attend to and make peace with. So this is a good start. Yeah, it's a place where people can meet and where you can get exposed to the beginnings of yoga. And I call this yoga exercise, because what we do is we are on our mat and we are copying movements the best way we know how. There's a teacher in the front that hopefully is inspiring to us and creates a positive attitude and atmosphere. And we have people around us who are practicing this with us. But in the end of the day, what we're doing is we are trying to follow something, and especially if you are in your beginning phase of yoga, the first year, this is not always so easy. But it is physical, and it is copying the best way we know how. And that's okay in the beginning. And if that gets you to go on your mat and to go to class and want to learn, that's a wonderful thing. That is better than sitting at home on the couch and only thinking about doing yoga. So we are already a good step ahead of that. Wonderful. But what I would like to open up to you is that copying exercises on a mat, the best way I know how, is not going to necessarily get me the promises that yoga bears to give us a healthy, strong, balanced body, a peace of mind, to give us confidence in our heart, to help us make right decisions and choices for ourselves, and to help us love ourselves so that we can live the life that we want to live. That's yoga for me. And the exercises don't give us that without the next steps. And that's what I want to teach about. So there is a difference between just exercising practices like postures, yeah, like most of you know and have seen in gazillions of photos online: downward facing dog, warriors, headstand, dancer pose, pigeon, anything that you can think of. There's a beautiful progression of poses that actually challenges us more and more on our yoga journey. But in the beginning, we have to build a foundation. And so I am looking for people who maybe have been in classes and who have experienced some yoga and have done some breathing and some physical exercises, and who are at a place where they feel, okay, I'm kind of like always doing the same thing, and I am here, which I love to be in class, but there has to be more. And that more is a practice of mind and a practice of spirit. So the yoga exercises itself are designed to help us learn about ourselves. Yeah? And so there is a difference between yoga practice, which is a practice where you want to learn about yourself, where you start to focus more on awareness, on awakening, on seeing things that you haven't seen before, on noticing things within you, because yoga is a internal practice, not a external practice. And that usually comes after we have a little bit experience with practices on the mat. So I want to invite you this year to join me to these little nuggets of wisdom that I want to offer to you. My intention is for you to start to think about yoga maybe a little bit differently. Yeah, I would love to give you a different viewpoint. In my classes, I sometimes jokingly said, I'm your flashlight, because if we don't know where to look at, we can't see what we need to see, yeah? And it's good to be guided sometimes and stay open and receive the things that we can receive. Again, we can only receive if we stay open. So I hope in my heart that this is received by the people who enjoy a deeper dialogue. Ultimately, I would love to answer your questions and find a place where this is more of a conversation. Yeah, this is what I have today. Maybe you are yoga exercising right now, and that's wonderful. And maybe you are at a place where you say, hey, there might be a little bit more out there. Let me dig a little bit deeper. And if you let me, I will take you there this year. Okay, that was it, episode 2. And now comes the song of the day. Okay, so I got my headset here. Song of the day today is one of my all-time favorites. I am a 90s R&B girl, so I love this time of music. I think some of the most magical music pieces have been created in that time. And today I got for you That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson. I think this is one of the best songs she has ever made. So here we go. Here we go. I want you to take a headset from now on and get that song, because I want you to sing it with me, right? So take your headset, go to Spotify or wherever you have your music at, and get That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson. All right, let's see if I can do this again. Come with me, don't you worry, I'm gonna make you crazy. I'll give you the time in my life. I'm gonna take you places you've never been before it, and you'll be happy that you came. Oh, I'm gonna take you there. Ooh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Enjoy this song. There's so much feeling in it. I will see you next time.